Hello from my yard. I know you're surprised to see me here. Since our soil was delivered yesterday, boom, soil, I've got a lot of projects. A lot of the soil is designated for the backyard, but I don't want to put the soil in the backyard until we have the fencing up to keep the dogs out of the garden area. That was a bit frustrating to see how my dog treated the garden beds. So I'm looking for things to do in the front yard, and I think I'm going to start with the trellis areas. I'm actually going to be planting in the ground at the bases of the trellises. So I need to dig up some grass and things in those areas. I thought about doing the cardboard method, but I think I want to actually dig the grass out and mix some of this topsoil, wherever it is, with our native soil, mix it up and try planting there and see how that goes. So that's my big project for the day. Let's do it. I've already started, so this isn't a true before, but truthfully, this area right here didn't have a ton of grass. It did have some weeds, but we had some small planters here last season, so that had already taken care of quite a bit of the grass and stuff here. So I've started digging up here, and I'm also going to dig up on the other side of the trellis so I can plant beans from both sides. You guys, I am actually quite impressed with our native soil right here. We have red clay. We're in the upstate of South Carolina. Lots and lots of red clay. So it is hard, like beyond what I've already kind of scraped up. It would be pretty hard to dig. But what makes this so nice is there aren't roots in this area, at least this spot right here. All of our flower beds and stuff are so challenging because the extensive root systems that run through them. That's usually what holds me up. So I'm thankful we had rain and it loosened the soil up some. So I'm going to go ahead and dig the other side, and then I'm going to get some of the topsoil and start mixing that in. I'm feeling excited. I'm happy with this. It's definitely easier on the side where the sidewalk is. It has a nice, clean, defined edge already I can work from. And all the weeds that were on that side worked in my favor. They had worked up the soil some, and it was a little easier to dig on that side. I removed a 5-gallon bucket of, actually over here. I removed a 5-gallon bucket from each side, and I replaced it with a 5-gallon bucket of topsoil and mixed them together as best I could. There. All right, 1 down, 7 to go. Just a little halfway mark update. I decided to go ahead and do this area as well, just for continuity, and then I'll do this little spot too, and I think I'll plant some flowers there. I was able to get the cardboard up that you can see over here where there's excess. When we initially put the cardboard down, we didn't have all of this fleshed out for how it's going to look. So I was thankful that because it was wet from the rain, and then I even, this side, that side, I even hosed it down some just to get it really saturated. And then using the square shovel, I was able to whack it and it came up. And so I think it looks nice. I used the shovel just to kind of clean up the weeds and stuff too, just to give a better line. So I wanted to give you the halfway point because it really shows on the sidewalk area kind of what it did look like and what it does look like right now. So yay, exciting for me anyway. This is basically finished, and by finished I mean it's ready to plant in, which is exciting. It's definitely going to look better after 3 things at least. 1, these all need to come down. They're from Christmas. They were fun at Christmas, but something about them just feels like visual clutter to me. I think because there's still so much other stuff out here, like all the milk jugs and things like that that are just kind of in progress, that clutter up my mind visually when I see them. So that's one. Two is definitely going to be getting the grass cut and weed eating and all that stuff. And I forgot what number 3 was going to be. I don't know if this was it or not, but I'm going to say number 3 is actually planting in it. It doesn't feel like that was going to be number 3, but I'm cool with it. I definitely will spend some time figuring this out. I was actually thinking about it. This whole flower bed is a whole thing every year. It's just awful to work in, to be honest, because there's so many roots and weeds and things that it's just very, very challenging every year. But anyway, I think I'll work on it at some point. It's not a high priority, but my thinking is once I get, because it's just gonna be flowers and perennial type stuff, not necessarily fruits and veggies, I think I will use this same black mulch and connect it somehow into this section right here so that it feels a little more natural than what's here right now. Just this like little thing. And obviously I still have some areas that need to be fixed up, but it's also gonna look nicer. Maybe this was 3, doesn't feel like 3 either, so I'm gonna make it 4. The sidewalk got so muddy when I was doing stuff today. It rained, like there was like a drizzly rain during a lot of it, a lot of the time that I was working. So it'll be nice once that's clean. Add that to our list of things to pressure wash. Did I already say it's gonna look better when like all of these are gone? Maybe that was number 3, or did I already say that? I don't even know. I'm tired, guys, but I'm really, really looking forward to. No, I didn't say that. I think that was gonna be number 3. We'll call it 3B. Once all the milk jugs and stuff are out of the way and they are not like visual clutter, I'm really looking forward to that. They have served a purpose. They overall have been successful. I'm just tired of seeing them. I'm just going to let today's project be its own video all by itself because that's pretty much all I did today, plus one other little thing that's part of another video. And that's it. Joseph and I joke because we are notoriously terrible at estimating how long a project is going to take. I'll be like, oh, I can do that in 2 hours, and it'll take me days sometimes. Not really. This one didn't take days, but I really did think I was going to be able to knock all that out before lunch. No, it's basically 5:30. Now, I stopped for lunch. I took a few breaks here and there and whatnot, but still, it just, and of course, parenting. You know. So it just took a lot longer. That's okay. I initially wasn't quite sure. I'm sorry. One of these days I won't put my finger there. Maybe. Initially I wasn't quite sure where I wanted to put all of the soil and grass and weeds and stuff that I dug up. I thought about putting them in our backyard along our back fence. We have just where we pile up sticks and leaves and things like that. That was my first thought, but then I decided to put it in the chicken run so that they can peck and scratch and have fun and finding bugs and worms and stuff in it, and they'll spread it out in their run, which I was already trying to figure out the best thing to do to fix that because it's basically just compacted dirt in there right now. So it needed some attention. So hopefully they'll have fun with that. I've already seen them exploring it, which is pretty fun. 35-gallon buckets full of the stuff that I dug out from along the sidewalk. Ugh, that was the hardest part, honestly. The digging was hard, but the lugging the buckets, because I was used to carrying the 5-gallon buckets of the soil that we had brought in to put in the beds and things. This was so much heavier. Like, I would venture to say maybe twice as heavy. Maybe because it was wet, I don't know, or obviously it had, you know, some grass and weeds and stuff in it, but it was heavy. So definitely got my workout today. My watch has confirmed that. So it's just fun. It's fun seeing things come together. This is just another big step in being prepared to plant when it feels safe to do so. A lot of people in our area, in our zone, which I believe we're 8A, a lot of people have started planting because the meteorologist started saying, oh, we're good. No, we're good. Like, no more frost, no more frost. And I just was like, I don't know. I'm telling you, again, we live in upstate South Carolina. You can't trust weather around here. It definitely will be like, oh, it's spring. And they're like, ha, here's a blizzard in April. It just, it just is like that. So I was really like, I don't know. Should I start? Should I trust it? And sure enough, it's looking like we might have another freeze. So I'm glad that I have waited. So that helps me feel a little better too, like not quite so rushed, but also I keep reminding myself we have a long growing season here. So I have time. There aren't many things that I'm planting that need that long of a growing season. There are a lot of things that I could grow, harvest, plant again before our growing season is over. So I'm good. I'm good. So I just have to keep reminding myself all these little things, like everything's in progress. We are making progress and it's all going to be okay. It is. It's a garden, you know, like it's going to be okay. Even if all of a sudden something happened and I couldn't plant any of it, it would be okay. But I don't think that's going to happen. So thanks for watching. I really appreciate your time and everything. It means a lot to me. And remember, God created you in his image for a purpose, and you are very, very loved.